Hi there, welcome to Hot Stocks right here on 89 in the Mumbai News Center and from News here.
And I'm Neeraj Shah in the market, 25 points off, 5262. Mind you, a lot of people are playing for the expiry to end at the 5300 level. That may well not happen, but just giving you a sense of what a lot of people believe the expiry could do. There is a talk, a continuous chatter that there have been 4 straight days of losses, so you never know when. There could be some bit of covering that could come about, or some bit of short covering or profit booking that could happen, which could lead the index higher towards the second half. So just watch out for that. It's not that the market is looking any stronger, but just that expiry day can play some strange fun and games. So just watch out for that. That notwithstanding, what's happening in the markets today? Well, JP Associates still remains your top loser, so that is down 2.5%. There's a lot of selling, and we hear this, and I'm sure Darshan and Gargi will probably throw more light on it. But from what a little I picked up from the dealing rooms, there's a lot of selling that is happening in the metal stocks. So just watch out. Jindal Steel, Tata Steel, a couple of others have corrected. Sessagoa as well is down close to 1.5%. So the metal basket, despite the selling that we've already seen in some of these weaker hands, continues to go down. Tata Steel, incidentally, even a sell call coming in on that one. What's doing well? Some bit of short covering in DLF. Hindalco, again, some bit of short covering. And Wipro continues to rise, so up close to 1% as well. Broader markets, lots of individual movers, but none more so than Tech Mahindra in today's trade. Large deals, of course, have happened, have been flashed on the channel as well. That one is amongst the top losers in trade. 817 has bounced back quite smartly, but still 2.5% off on extremely high volumes. The deals have happened much lower price, 781, 775 or thereabouts. Multiple prices at which the deals have happened.
All right, let's get in a quick perspective on what dealers are also talking about this morning. Darshan and Gargi, as always, join us with their views. Darshan, what are you picking up from your sources?
Tanvir, at this point of time, institutional desks do indicate that there is heavy FII selling on Crompton Greaves. Crompton Greaves is among the biggest losers of the FNO this time. And dealers are anticipating the counter to go below levels of 100 in the next few days. So clearly, on a technical basis, also the counter looks very, very weak. The next one is, a basket of stocks which move very significantly. So VIP, TTK Prestige and Delta Corp. Now what we hear is that, there is this big foreign brokerage firm, and, the sales team of this firm is actively telling its clients to short these counters ahead of expiry, and they're anticipating, that selling will come in the second half of the day. So clearly, these are the counters which are down in trade, but some more shorts may be seen on the counter. And the last one is Titan Industries, and CLSA has come out with a report today in which they have maintained a sell and the target price is 210. What they say is that, the jewelry business of the company looks very, very sluggish, and, the counter looks weak overall today.
Gargi, what is it that you're picking up?
Well, Neeraj, we can continue to focus on the two-wheeler stocks and Hero Honda especially. We spoke about the inventory pile-ups that the industry sources are talking about. 6 weeks of inventory that some dealers have spoken about. It's as high as about 40 days. That's a lot. Also, owing to the poor monsoon, the demand has been low, and the industry experts tell us that there could be almost a 10 to 15% impact on production for the August production for these companies. Hero Honda, in fact, also there was a brokerage downgrade coming in from Credit Suisse. They've downgraded the stock to a neutral from the earlier outperform, and they've also cut the target price to almost 2,056 rupees. Dealers expecting further downside for these counters. Remember, next week is also the auto sales numbers, so that will be important to watch for. Sessagoa also, dealers expecting a level of almost 160 on this counter. We've seen a continued decline on Sessagoa. No respite coming in for iron ore prices. In fact, only weak data coming in from the economic front of China that probably could sound some alarms for Sessagoa, which is a major exporter of iron ore. But remember, there could be one risk for this call, and that comes from the SC hearing that is tomorrow on the Karnataka mining issue. Any positive on that front could actually be good for Sessagoa going forward. Jet Airways, technical call coming in 315 to 320 levels is what dealers are telling us. Remember, in the last 5 days itself, the stock has been down almost 14%. Further downside could be expected.
Of course, not the best of news as well the last 2 or 3 days for Jet Airways. Darshan, Gargi, thanks so much for joining in. Watch out, TTK Prestige was something that was recommended on closing trades yesterday as well as an STBT. It's corrected 25 bucks already, but Darshan is saying that dealers have told him that there could be more downside. 33 bucks now off for a TTK Prestige. The target prices are much lower. The other bit is, and this is the question that I want to pose to our technical experts as to what to do with metals. The Bank of America Merrill Lynch has cut the target price of Tata Steel to 350 from 360. They've trimmed their volume and margin estimates and believe that the European business margins would remain under pressure. 1.5% down for that one. Deepak Mohani and Prakash Gaba with their sense of the charts. Gentlemen, morning. Thanks much for joining in. Actually, before we talk about the liquid names like TTK and a Delta, Deepak, a word on the metals basket and Tata Steel, because we hear that from the dealing rooms that there is heavy selling that is being seen in metal stocks in today's trade too. Do the charts suggest that there will be more downside?
Yes, they do. In fact, Tata Steel did not participate in the market's intermediate uptrend at all. That was the first negative going for it. And now that the market is in a downtrend, the stock has yesterday it had already sunk to almost its lowest price in 2012. And a little bit further down, well, I mean about 2% more, 10% more or so, 330, it goes to a multi-year low. So this stock is really struggling right now.
Prakash, what about the liquid names? A TTK Prestige and a Delta Corp, particularly a TTK Prestige. It's down close to 1%. Can it slide down further?
Yeah, I think so. TTK Prestige can slide down further because when I see the move from 2,600 to closer to around 4,000, it actually got exhausted technically. Structurally, says there's not much upside from beyond that. Thereafter, we have seen some kind of a fall. I think it should come down closer to around 3,070, 3,050 zones, maybe 3,000 zones or so. So structurally, there is weakness and there's more downside possible in TTK Prestige. What about Delta? That we picked out. I like the stock Delta Corp, but for purely good trading opportunities, we get good moves. We get once we get a move. So far, structurally is weak. I would say that Delta Corp would be weak unless it crosses 65 with force. Can it come down lower to closer to around 50 zones? Yes, it can. And once it breaks 50, it can see much more low downside in the days to come. So it's basically a weak structure, but this stock tends to give some good trending moves when it either up or down.
All right, Prakash and Deepak, stay on with us. We'll head into a short break right now. When we come back, touch base with the management of OnMobile, Maulik Raman, who's the interim MD, joins us.